Good day, dear colleagues. We present the article Integration of Vulnerability Database into Information Security Management System as a path to enhancing cyber resilience of critical systems. The aim of this work is to study methodological approaches for developing an conceptual model for integration vulnerability database into information security management system. Its application is demonstrated to reduce detection and response times and to lower the risk of successful exploitation of critical vulnerabilities, thereby enhancing and cyber resilience of critical infrastructure. Currently, the main challenges include the increasing number of vulnerabilities, insufficient automation in detection, and limited capacity for timely risk assessment. Although SOS 27001 and NIS CSF provide a process framework for vulnerability management. They don't specify a detailed integration with external sources. The high proportion of attacks exploiting known vulnerabilities justifies the development of the integrated framework for vulnerability intelligence and risk-oriented response. For information integration, various sources, systems, and methods were used. The main sources were public and verified databases you can see on the fifth slide. Various information systems were applied for comprehensive integration. The methodology included normalization and unification of data formats JSON from NVD and SIGSA, mapping SPE definers to actively installed pages using the vulnerability scanners and SBOMs. The correlation of vulnerability data with events recorded in SIM allowed detection of critical incidents. Prioritization was performed using a risk-based scoring model combining CVSS, KEY, and EPSS. Additionally, process metrics such as MTTD and MTTR and SLA complaints were evaluated to assess the effectiveness of the integrated approach. There presents the conceptual workflow of vulnerabilities intelligence integration within the ICMS, including irrigation, commercialization, risk prioritization, response optimization, and continuous monitoring. The feedback loop emphasizes the adaptive nature of the proposed framework and its contribution to cyber resilience of critical systems. The main scenarios reflecting the practical implementation of the concept were indefinite during this study. First, reactive scenario. SIM and solar systems receive data from CVE NVD and key on real time. Detected incidents are automatically increased with information about known vulnerabilities, after which appropriate response playbooks are generated. This scenario reduced MTTD and MTTR, but has limitation in predicting future threats. Second, proactive scenario. The use of EPSS models combined with CVSS and key allows sensing not only the severity of vulnerabilities, but also the likelihood to their exploitation. This enables the development to risk-oriented path management strategies and prioritization of assets or in CMDB according to their critical. And the third predictive scenario. The integration of vulnerability databases with DevSecOps practices and SBOM facilities, early detection of weakness at the development and testing states. Integration with EDR and DR makes it possible to simulate attacks and verify the effectiveness of applied countermeasures in near real time. In the next slide, the practical implementation stages are reflected in the reference architecture shown in this slide, which presents the technical integration of vulnerability database with organization monitoring, response, and governance systems. The architecture of the vulnerability data processing pipeline consists of the 7 functional modules. The name its models you can see in this slide. To support risk-oriented prioritization, the proposed framework calculates an integrated risk scope for each vulnerability by combining severity, exploitability, evidence of active exploitation, asset critically, and exploit availability. In this slide, we can see a table illustrate comprehensive approach of to vulnerability management, where each case is assessed using VADB prioritized according to the integrated risk model, and subsequently subjected to automated analytical and procedural mitigation measures. The first example is log4shell checked the critical CVSS score, widespread exploitation, and including in the SICA key catalog. Next, a second example associated with privilege escalation in Microsoft Outlook and also included in the key catalog. Both cases demonstrate the effectiveness in an integrated approach to vulnerability management, combining automated response mechanisms, event correlation, scheduleless changes, and systematic residual risk control. This approach significantly reduced the likelihood of exploitation of critical vulnerabilities and optimized the organization's information security resources. In this slide, you can see discussion. The slide summarized practical recommendation for implementing an integrated risk-oriented vulnerability management frameworks. Conclusion. The research achieved the following result. First, relevant source of vulnerability data were identified, including NVD, CVE, KISA-Key, IBM X4C, WoundDB, and OVSV, which provide standardized information suitable for automated analysis and integration. It was noted that the third database was not included in the generalized list of integrated system components, as it lacks both integration capabilities via API or in JSON XML formats. Second, a structural model was developed covering key stages. Data aggregation, normalization, contextualization, risk prioritization, integration with ISMS, CM, and SOAR systems, as well as adaptive updating of security policies. And third, the application of the model in monitoring and protection systems for critical infrastructure was substantiated, particularly in energy, transportation, and government IT infrastructures, where timely response to vulnerabilities is essential to ensure continuous operation. Future research directions focus on IE-driven vulnerability prediction, advanced threat intelligence integration, and adaptive protection of critical infrastructures. Thank you for your attention. Are you any questions? Thank you.